graphic designing. So in this we are targeting few of the tools which are useful for graphic designing as well as for editing purpose. So in case if you would like to share some of the tools that you are already using, you can post your message in the chat window. I have already shared my screen, and kindly confirm whether you are able to view the screen or not.
Yes, ma'am,
Harsh.
your screen is visible.
Okay, fine. So, dear participants, so we will try to cover the tools as far as the time is available with us. And let me just give you a brief introduction, first of all, to what we are going to do in this session. So, as you know, that all of you are mostly utilizing graphic designing tools in either e-content development or in your day-to-day life for academic or teaching purpose. And even if you are not in teaching, but you are working around with some industry or some other organization, so then also most of the times we people need to incorporate the graphics part or some of the images in our presentations or in our reports. So this session is oriented towards how we can make effective graphic designing for our different tasks. And in this we will first of all start with a very simple tool, because earlier the trend was of you can say proprietary softwares like Adobe Photoshop. You might have heard of these products, Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Flash for animation, 2D animation, Adobe Premiere for video editing. So there are lot many tools and their combo is sometimes needed in order to make some fruitful artwork. So nowadays, now you know that the people are looking for some kind of tools with features which makes their task quite effective, easy to do, user friendly, and less time consuming. So the first tool that I am going to cover is graphic GNU image manipulation program, that is GIMP. It's an open source software and you can utilize freely. There is no fee associated with this. And another tool that we are going to do is Canva. Canva is again a tool which is available online. You can make use of it freely, but no doubt some of the features will be restricted. And you will have to look into that whether those features are freely available in Canva Pro or not. In case if those features are not accessible, then you will have to go for the subscription mode, either as an individual or from your organization end. And in addition to these two tools, there will be lot many other small tool nowadays which comes under, you can say, generative AI. So you can also make use of those tools, but as a graphic designer and developer you will have to take care of different set of tools that should be in your bucket while designing some good artwork. So these are some of the tasks which are listed before you, like when we are having an image with us. I'm not talking about designing and graphics from the very scratch. Suppose we are already having some picture with us and we are looking for some kind of very easy task like cropping a picture, and we are seeking some kind of tool which allows us to change the background, or you want to make the background of the image transparent in order to make it compatible with your different reports. So like I have also worked on website designing earlier. So when we are putting the photograph or some image on the website, so it matters a lot what is the color of the background. I cannot put any image with any background on a particular web page. So for that purpose you need to have a image with a transparent background. So this is also one of the very important tasks that you usually require while working with graphic designing softwares. The next is scaling, rotation, flipping, and transformation of images. And you can also go for change of perspective in the view of an image. So these are very simple tasks which you require while just working with an image in different forms of editing tasks. You want to rescale your image, you want to increase or decrease the size, or you want to apply some rotation to it, or some kind of flipping horizontally or vertically is required. So these all tasks comes under some kind of transformation part. Next is selection of image using various tools. So as I have introduced you the name GIMP. So in this software also we are having various tools. In all the graphic designing and editing softwares, the first task which is needed after opening the file is to select the required portion which you want to edit. So in this, several tools will help you out. Some of them are listed here, like select by color, fuzzy select tool, free select, foreground select, and Caesar select tool. And we can also make our task easier by applying some inbuilt filter effects. So these kind of things are very journal in day to day life. These things are needed, and we can utilize any of the graphic designing tool. Just you need to look out which is the basically tool for that purpose in that particular software. So I will start with GIMP software. At the end, if you want to go for its documentation, then you can reach to that by opening the official website of GIMP software, docs.gimp.org. Gimp.org is the official website of this software. And these are some of the very important points that we need to take care of while working with any image. Always work on duplicate copy of an image. So let's say you are a beginner and you're trying to edit some portion of an image, but many a times as we are a beginner, so we may make mistakes, and the task that we want to do as an end result may not be that much satisfactory, and you want to rework or you want to redesign the things. But the question here is, if you have already done all the editing task on the original image and you have saved it, so you may not be able to retrieve back your original image. So the best part is, after opening the image, either through the software you create a duplicate of that, or when you are having it on your hard disk or Google Drive, there only you create a copy of that and work only on the duplicate copy. So it's a, you can say, the key point which we need to remember. Further, the image file formats which you need to know. Most of us know that the most popular image file formats are JPG file format, or we also work with PNG file format. So these are the two most commonly and popularly used file formats. ZIF is not that good in its quality, so usually we end up with either JPEG file or .png. And PNG is having extra advantage of having the transparency feature, which I will discuss during the session. And when GIMP is there, so you need to know what is the native file format. In all the softwares, mostly one is the native file format, which is usually called as the editable file format of that software. Like in Photoshop, EST, when you're working in, let's say, a word editing software, text editor, so you're having .docx. So in every software, whether that is meant for text editing or image editing, you are always having native file format. So for GIMP, .xcf is the editable file format, but you can always save your file in different file formats. You can save it as .png or .jpeg, .gif, any of the file format. And it stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program. And current stable version is 3.0.6. In this slide, it is mentioned few days before. So if you will check it out on the official website of GIMP, so you will find out 3.0.6. But for using the features which are common among all these versions are remaining same. So it is your own wish whether you want to work with some earlier version or the latest one, but look for the stable version of the software, because in open source softwares these versions keep on changing very quickly, very frequently. So you will have to look for the stable version of this software that you can download on your desktop and you can work around. So this is the, you can say, icon for GIMP software, and you can check it out the current stable version, and you can download it from gimp.org. And from here onwards, I will just move to the software itself, so that you can have an idea how we are going to apply all the tasks that I have just mentioned in my slides. So if you want to share something, I hope all of you are with me, and you can just look into file menu, and you can first of all open a new file. Definitely, we can work with other softwares also, just in order to make you aware of the graphic designing basic aspects. So, quickly, in the first half an hour, we will focus on this software so that you will come to know about the concepts actually in graphic designing. So, when we are opening a new file, what is our concern is what should be the size of the, you can say, working area where you want to create your graphics. So it usually asks you for width and height. So width and height currently is shown here in pixels, but pixels are hard to visualize when we are working. Usually we talk in terms of, let's say, inches or centimeter. So if you're comfortable, you know very well in which dimensions you want to create your graphics, go ahead with pixels. Otherwise you can also go for pixels, inches, centimeters, and so on. Let's say I have set here 5 by 7. 5 is going to be the width, and 7 is going to be the height, and the matrix which I have opted is inches. You can also click on advanced options, and you can see here the resolution part. When you are working for some graphics for the online mode, you can have more resolution. But when it is you can have a little bit less resolution when online is to be imported. Nowadays this issue is not there, so you can even use some heavy graphics. Earlier it was a matter due to internet connectivity. So in print you can work around with more resolution, because that is to be good in resolution, and resolution is directly related with its scalability. Any picture which is not having a good resolution, that cannot be stretched more. So you might have heard of that pixelation is visible. Pixelation is nothing but when we try to increase a less resolution file to more extent. So you will see that the pixels are splitted, and it is not looking good in quality. So always please take care of good resolution when you are working with any file. If somebody has given you some criteria or this should be the resolution, then set it over here. Then comes the color space. As we are going to work on a colored image, so RGB color mode should be there. And if it is a black and white, you can go for another color mode, grayscale. So these are some of the basic features that we need to set before we work with any graphics. So one more option is there that you can set. It is a fill with option. When you are opening, just like a child tries to work or tries to draw something on a chart, and you know that chart comes in various colors. It can be plain white, it can be yellow, sky blue, light pink, and so on. But now we are working digitally using the software, so here this feature can be incorporated by the fill with option. This is the background color by default, which is set in your software. I will just tell you where you can find this background color. So it is asking you that, do you want to open the new file using the background color, or the foreground color, white color by default, or the transparent? So graphic designers prefer basically transparent, so that I can make use of any color background as per my customized preferences. So let us say we are clicking on transparency. Click on OK. So this kind of gray and white checkboard you will see, it is known as transparent background. I will also show you when we are opening a file with another backgrounds. I'm keeping width and height default just in order to make you aware. Let's say white. So when we are opening this, it will show you the white background. I hope it is clear to you now. And if you will go for foreground, can you see here, this is the foreground and background color settings. The above one is foreground color, active foreground color. When you are trying to draw something, always you are going to do the things with foreground color, right? And there is one more color which is used, that is background color. So any of the colors can be swapped by clicking on this arrow which is shown at the top. You can exchange the color settings. Again, if you will click, it will again show you blue as a foreground, and this mustard yellow as the background. By default, If you want, you can click on this option, that is black and white. So black is going to the foreground color, just like the sketch or the pencil or the pen you are using for drawing the objects, and white is the background. But if you want to customize as per your preference, click on this small square and you can set any of the colors as per your choice. How I have set, either you can click on this rectangular box and you can drag this cross section to any of the color. The point where it is intersecting is the current color which is selected. Earlier it was black. If you want to choose the color from this vertical bar, there also you can click anywhere and you can click on OK. So see the change, foreground color has been changed. And below this there is a background color option. Let us say I want to make some change. I will pick any color from here and I will click on OK. So now these two options are changed here. Now I will quickly move on to some of the tools how we can work here. When we are designing anything from scratch, let's say I want to draw this rectangular box over here. A simple rectangle, but take care, it is just a selection. No object has been drawn till now. In order to make it an object, you need to fill it. So let me do it again for you. You just need to drag in order to draw this object. Go to this bucket tool, the first one, and click inside. So now the question here is why it is showing me this mustard yellow color, because just look here on the right hand side, there are different options for fill type. I'm pointing right now and currently it is showing me pattern fill. It is filling the box with the pattern, and patterns you can change. Just click on this box and click inside. The pattern will be changed. Click on another pattern, click inside the rectangle, the pattern will be filled inside the rectangle. If you don't like these patterns inside, then you can go for background color fill. Just select this radio button, click inside. The currently set background color will be filled inside. And the third one is this foreground color fill. FG color means foreground color. Again, select it and click inside. So these are the different ways how we can fill our object. In other than this rectangle, you can have any object. It can be elliptical, circular, some other randomly free image which is irregular in shape. The way to fill it is same. And another area is how you want to move further with one more option is there for filling this, that is gradient. So usually the background is not of one color. So I want to fill a gradient in this and press enter. I dragged it in diagonally and this kind of pattern is filled. It is with the help of gradient tool. In gradient tool on the right hand side, again see, in GIMP software, basically with respect to every selected tool from this list, you can have a tools option. In case your tools options are not visible, please go to this windows and here you can find out the toolbox. Sometimes due to mistake it is closed and you can reopen it. So currently I am working on gradient tool, and gradient tool options are available on the right hand side. These are known as the different palettes. So currently opened palette is gradient for me. I can increase or decrease the opacity also. This is also one of the very important aspect that you need to understand. Opacity you can understand like a wall. I cannot see through it, right? It is not transparent. Wall is not transparent. It is opaque. But if you look into the glass mirror, it is transparent. You can look both sides. So similarly, this feature is incorporated in graphic designing softwares by using the feature opacity. So currently the opacity for this particular file is set to 100%. But definitely if you want to change, you can change the opacity. Drop down box is there. You can reduce, like I'm setting here it to, let's say, 84%. You can see here the effect is directly applied to the selected portion. So that's why I told you that after opening the file, the most important aspect is which portion is selected. The effects will be applicable to that portion only. So I hope you are able to understand up to this point. In case if you have any questions or queries, if you are not able to understand, you can definitely give your message in the chat window. So here I am filling this with the help of gradient, and its type is given over here, shape feature. You can work around with linear gradient and drag it. So it will be decided by the length of this line which you are seeing, till how far the gradient will be gradually applied. So gradient is nothing but the merging of the two colors which I have just said, this red and yellow. And you can choose any direction. You can go diagonally, you can go from left to right, and after dragging you will have to press an enter key. So I am showing you in all the ways. So this is your linear gradient, and you can successfully go ahead with different kind of this. Like one, I will show one or two more. Radial. So if you are applying a radial gradient, then there will be little bit change in the application of the gradient. Similarly, you can also go for these shaped, angular, spherical. These also you can try out, and then press enter. So I'm stopping here, and I will look into if there is some query. Otherwise, the moderator or the person present over there can just tell me in case if any query is there. Yes, participants, if there is any query in between, I can answer to that, or at the end of the session you can ask for the queries. Just confirm in the chat window. Is it okay till this point? No response. I hope I am audible to all of you. Shall I proceed further in case if you have no queries? In case if I miss your query, then please you can unmute and ask, right? So these are the basic tools which I'm just covering right now. So I have shown you how easily you can fill up an object using bucket tool and gradient tool, and the different tools options also I have elaborated: foreground color filling, background color with the pattern also, and with gradient also. All this stuff you can do quite easily. So now I'm moving on to one already opened image on my screen. You can see here the background of this particular image is composed of some kind of filter and some kind of style at the background. So if you wish to do such kind of thing, then for this, first of all, we will open file. We can also open a file as an layer. So let me introduce the concept of layers to you. Layers are nothing but the working area. If you want that the blue color background should not distract me with editing the mustard color or the yellow color portion. And the third one is this flower. And flower is also having different elements. It is having its stem, the bud of the flower, and different these leaves that you are seeing. So the designers take cares of that. They should be able to edit the different portions of an image with ease. So that's why the concept of layers is there. The contents drawn on one layer are not going to interfere with contents on the another layer, unless until mistakenly you have selected the different layer. So I will show you in a new file. So this time I'm going to make use of, let's say, white background. I'm opting on this, and this is my blank screen. Nothing has been drawn till now. So either you can go to this layer option and click on new layer. So the name of the layer, these are some of the features related to the layer. Let's say I'm writing here red. red rectangle. This is my one layer. Click on OK. I also want to add few more layers, and I'm going to write here blue rectangle, and I'm clicking on OK, and one more layer, let's say, and on this I'm writing green. So I have clicked on OK. So you can see here, this is the layer palette on the right hand side. Layers is written here, and you can see that in addition to the background layer, which was by default visible to you, right? This is just like the canvas on which you are going to draw the things. It is known as background here, and above that we are having red, blue, and green rectangle. So red rectangle I want to draw on the bottommost layer above the background layer. So let me choose this rectangle tool, this one, and I'm going to draw it like this. And I told you that it will be shown as just selection. So what you need to do, you need to just again go back to your bucket fill tool, and with foreground color you want to fill, this is red. Now move on to the blue rectangle. So while working with the layers in any graphic designing software, you need to first of all select the layer. Now I am in this blue rectangular layer, and again the tool will be same rectangle. I will make change in the position. Another interesting feature is if I will draw another rectangle at the same position, then the rectangle which is in the you can say at the top layer will be visible to you, other will be hidden below that. So either the position of the two objects should be different, or you need to take care that which layer is at the top. So as I am using blue rectangle, so what I will do, first of all I will make change in the foreground color. It should be blue color. So currently red is set. Unless until you won't change the foreground color, it will not fill the box with blue color. Go to bucket fill, click inside this. So this is the way how easily you can work on the canvas, and the box are visible to you in different colors. I will again go to this foreground color and click on the green color. Okay. Using the bucket fill. So you need to fill the color with bucket fill and draw the box with rectangle select tool. This is the rectangle select tool. So currently, as you can see, I am having, with Control Shift A, you can deselect. So these are the three boxes which are visible. So let's see now the magic of layers. I want to put this blue rectangle above the green. I will drag this layer above this. But all the boxes are visible. The reason here is because my all boxes are quite far away from each other. If they are at the same place, then only blue will be visible to me. So I will make use of this move tool, and I will drag this box, right? I will drag this box, and now this blue color is at the top of red. As the size of this blue box is quite a little bit small, so that's why red is also visible. So what I will do, I will go to tools, transforms, and you are having scale. With the help of scale option, I will just try to make certain adjustments to this object. So you can do either from these corners, diagonally you can increase or decrease the size of the box, or vertically you can increase or decrease the size of the box. Now this box is quite big in size, but you need to change the position in order to understand the concept of layers. Okay, participants, now what we are seeing here, that my this red rectangle is not visible because the layer blue is above the red, and similarly green rectangle is also below the blue, but it is visible to me because its position is bit different. It is below this on the canvas. If I will move this green then this will also be hidden. So if your all the object are placed one below other and they are on different layers, then the only layer objects will be visible which is at the top. So this is known as layer stack, and you will have to think wisely which object should be placed on which layer. So in this manner, you can manage your canvas layout by bringing your objects to different layer. I am going to do Control Z in order to make my objects in the previous shape. So these are the three different rectangles filled with three different colors. There are certain other features also. This icon is visible to, this is your hide and reveal, hide and reveal. So if you're clicking on this eye and now it is not visible, this eye is not visible, it means the object is hidden. So why we need to do this? We need to do this so that I can work with another layers without any distraction. And there is one more way through which you can go. You can also lock the layers. So there is a concept of locking the layer so that no one should by mistake move that object, or the developer himself or herself should not by mistake make certain changes. So you can also lock the layer if needed. So you can view or hide, you can lock and unlock, and you can also add or delete. Add or delete the layer can be done through menu, as I have shown you new layer, and there is the option delete layer and duplicate layer also. So suppose a green object I want to repeat. I need not to draw it again. What I will do, I will just select this layer. I will go to layers and duplicate layer. Fine. So this layer is repeated and you can see there are two rectangles now. Otherwise, you will have to select the object and do Control C and Control V in order to repeat the object. So this is the way how you can easily add the new layers. And if it is not looking good, you want to remove, just go to this green rectangle copy layer, right click on this and delete the layer. So in this manner, there is this concept of layers is very useful, and you can also work with opacity. Suppose let me go to this red layer or blue layer which is at the top, and I'm going to do transformation on this. This is my object. So on this blue layer, let me reduce the opacity. Opacity I have reduced to the level 18%. So you can see here that how it is visible. I have just saturated the color, and you can keep it now above the red layer. So you can see through, you can bring a see through effect with the help of opacity feature. By reducing the opacity, let's say you are going to design an aquarium and you want to show certain objects like stones, plants, fishes inside aquarium. So you can bring the opacity feature to the extent that objects drawn on the other layers are visible, or you can see through that particular window or glass. So another way can be by application of certain inbuilt filters also, you can make this kind of glass effect. So I believe up to this point I am clear to all of you. If you are there, please confirm. So I'm waiting for your responses so that I can move ahead. These are the essential concept. Either you work on GIMP, or you work on Photoshop, or you work on some of the other softwares like Canva. So in every softwares, you need to understand this basic concept once, and then you can apply all in different softwares. So these are some of the basic concepts. Is it okay? Yes, dear participants. Okay. So thank you, Mr. Krishna. Happy to see your message. Same I expect from other participants also, so that we can have a fair idea about the means how far you have received all the things that we are discussing in this session. So we have gone through some basic features and some aspects. Now let me introduce to you the selection tools, which are quite essential. So for this, I'm going to make use of, currently there are many files which are shown above at the top, right? These are the different file which I have opened in this software. So let me bring it to the easier form. I have copied some flowers again. So extra things you can remove, or we can open a new file, discard changes. So file, open, and from here we can look for which we can opt for this also. These are the different image files which you can download from. So on my machine, this particular image was opened. It is a rose flower with white background. Click on open. So this is my file. So now I'm going to cover some of the interesting selection tools and how they help you out in doing the editing task. So the first very easy tool is select by color. So you can understand here that the nature of the image is that this graphics is having only one single color, that is white background. If I will click anywhere on this white background, all the pixels are selected. Let me click on delete. So the background of this image is deleted, but somebody has designed this image with, let's say, yellow background. So these yellow pixels are due to the background of this particular image, but all the pixels which were white are currently removed. I will bring it back by clicking Ctrl Z. So this was the earlier shape. Now there is one more interesting option. Currently the background white pixels are selected, but if you wish to select the flower, so there is a direct way. Go to select and click on invert. Fine. Now the flower is selected, and if you wish to fill it with any, let's say, from this, I want to fill it with the simple foreground color. I will just use bucket tool and click inside. Are you getting me? So now you can understand that this flower was completely selected, and I have just created a selection from this. So again, do Control Z. This is the flower. You can copy it by clicking on edit and copy, and you can take this particular portion which is selected to any other file also. Yes, participant. So I have brought this flower over here, but it is uh, it needs to be reduced. So we can scale this particular flower. You can reduce it like this, or from this palette which is shown before you, you can adjust the size. So it's very important that the object on which we are working should be fit inside the canvas. So you can bring it to the size which you require. From corners like this, or vertically you can do like this. You can press enter. The size of the flower is reduced. You need to move, make use of move tool, bring this flower on the top of this, and do Control Shift A. As and when we copy some object, it is shown as floating layer. So convert it to a new layer. So I hope now it is clear to all of you how we have done. This flower was available in another file. In this manner, you can create your own collage. You can bring some selected portion from different files in one single file, and you can create as per your requirement. Fine. So this is my background of this image, and this is the flower. If I will click on eye icon, flower will be removed. You can bring it back if you will click on the background layer, and this is my transparent background. And if you want that, you want to have some other color in the background, so you can just create a new layer and bring this below the flower layer. Then only this will be visible. I will draw this Let us consider ellipse this time. It is a elliptical figure, right? I will go to this bucket fill tool or gradient, and I will just click inside this. Press enter. Yes, participants, I hope you're getting the flower is at the top. Below this, there is a elliptical figure, and below that, it's this rectangular one. So, anytime you can add or delete the layers and you can bring the changes. So, I hope this exercise is clear to all of you. We have seen how we can select the portion from some picture and bring it to the another file. So I have told you one is the select by color option. There is one more tool which is known as your fuzzy select tool. That also is interesting one. This is fuzzy select tool. So for this, first of all, what I will do, I will increase the size of the image, because working with the small size image is quite tough when you're having some vision problem or so please be comfortable, increase the size of the image with which you feel comfortable in working. And then by using this tool, just the image is having a good contrast, white and this clearly identifiable, but not always the background is so clear. Many a time you are having a very complex background, it is tough to select some portion. So you can go around with an image by using this kind of fuzzy tool. Just a minute. So for this we need to select on which layer this particular flower is there. Okay, participants, so you can make use of this fuzzy select tool, and it will just help you out in selecting the flower. So sometimes we are having a very complex background, as in this image. I was having a background with different colors, and currently I have just removed the complex background. Let me show you by opening it again. File, open, and we will look for this file. First of all, I think it's flower 1. Open it. So another task that you need to understand is when you're working with graphic editing part or designing part, you need to understand that whether the background part is simple using single color or it is having a complex background. So every time the same logic will not work. For that, you need to make use of some other tools in order to extract. Suppose you want to extract this basket with flowers and you want to remove the whole background. So for that, I will quickly show you. On this layer, you can click and you can add the layer mask. Add layer mask. And white full opacity, this option I am choosing. Click on add button. I will now go to this brush option, paintbrush. Foreground color should be black, complete black. Click on OK. This is the size of the brush. You can see here the rectangular. If you are not satisfied, you can always go for increase or decrease in the size of the brush. On the right hand side, you will find all the options for brush: aspect ratio, angle, size, and so on. I'm keeping it up to this size only. I'm moving my brush with black color on the area which I want to remove. The area which I am painting with black is becoming transparent. This is the basic idea behind this tool. Add a layer mask, and then white full opacity option is to be selected. Go to your paintbrush tool, choose the black color for filling the background. I'm just moving on the area which I want to remove basically. It will start becoming transparent wheresoever you will move. So just in order to demonstrate, I'm quickly, otherwise very precisely, you will have to select the pixels which you want to remove. So in this manner, all the unwanted area can be removed from this, and I can free my this complex background, and let's say this is the area which I was looking for. Fine. So now you can take this particular selected portion, this extracted portion, to another file. So for this, what I will do, I will go to one more tool, that is path tool. So I will move around this image. You will find out that it will show you filled dots. It is basically trying to select the area which is needed. So I will move around this image. I'm just clicking around the boundary of this object. You can also increase the size of this visible area so that you can precisely select the pixels which are needed. The background pixels are all transparent. I'm just moving around the basket with flowers, and you can see here we are about to reach to the starting point. Just be careful, you will have to end up the selection at the starting point. So now you can see that you are having a just outline of connected dots. After doing this, I will go to this select menu, and from path. This is just like a path, and from this path, I'm going to create a selection. So just like the marching ends, the boundary is visible now, dotted this line. Now this is the selection which I have created from the path, which I have created. Now from edit menu, do copy. Fine. Now there is a one trick over here. If this mask area is selected, only this blank portion will be shown in the copied portion. So just be careful, click on this flower image in this layer palette. Again, just look at the pointer where I am pointing. This is the flower portion, this is the mask, white mask. So click on this flower portion, right? So I have done edit, copy. I will go to this. This is my another file. I'm on background layer right now, and I will simply do Control V, or you can go to your control menu and do the things. Can you see here the basket is copied, and you can move it. It is pasted above the another object basically, but it is on this layer, background layer. Look at this. This is object which I have copied. Another layer, if you wish, you can simply delete. Fine. My mistake. Controls that. So in this manner, we have copied the object. This is our copied object, and this is our another layer. You can increase or decrease this thing. So from tools, transform quickly, you can move around some other kind of transformations also. First of all, let me just make it little bit big in size. Press enter. Now you can do tools, transform. You can rotate the object if needed. This is the rotation part. Press enter. Means after every editing, you will have to press the enter key. Transform, and you can also do this perspective change. From corners, you can bring this perspective change. You can do the transformation. Press enter. So in this manner, these are the basic tools, quite easy to apply. I hope you can find out all this quite easily over here. Transform, and there is one option, that is flip option. So you can also flip the object. In flip, you have two things: flip horizontal or flip vertical. Just click this radio button and then click on the object. It is flip vertical. If you want to flip it horizontal, select above portion and then again you can flip the object. So flip horizontal, flip vertical, all this kind. So this kind of option is needed when you are having a symmetrical object, right? You want to create two objects in front of each other, you want to bring that symmetry, so you can make use of this flip object. If not required, you can bring it back to the previous shape. So I'm stopping here, and please confirm whether up to this point it is clear to all of you. So in graphic designing, what you need to do, you need to know how to select a particular portion and apply certain editing tools to that particular selected portion, and you can also make use of certain inbuilt functions. So in the next few minutes I will cover up quickly some of the effects which are available and you can apply to your graphics. Yes, participants, any one of you can confirm whether you are okay till now. So we have seen some of the interesting features of this software, and the same we can apply in other softwares also. I will demonstrate one more software to you. I'm not able to see any message. So shall I proceed further? Please confirm. Mr. Harshit, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay, please tell me in case if some problem is there and if I'm not audible or some other issues there. So you can also bring me up with if any means message is there in the comment box. So dear participants, we are now moving forward to another option that is known as filters. I have worked with Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop also. Those are the proprietary softwares. And always there are certain interesting features which you need to apply. Even a person who is not good into, you can say, graphic designing, they can easily apply all those effects. So within 5 minutes, I will quickly cover all those features which are available in filters. So just look at this image. This is due to the certain effects which I have applied. Fine. So let me bring back this image to the previous starting. Delete layer mask. So this was our original image, right? So let us say, first of all, what I will do, I will just draw a rectangle between this image, right? This is my image. And from this, I want to create a border, right? So with the help of this gradient tool, let me fill it with some light color. So, fine. Enter. Now I had done it on the same layer. So what was the right way? You need to create a layer first. That is better. Otherwise, on the same layer, it will distort all the things. So I'm just applying it inside this. Enter. And opacity is quite high. So what I will do, opacity of this rectangular image, I will just reduce. Fine. So now I will apply the effects on the background layer, flowers layer. So just go to filters, and under distorts you are having various options which you can apply. So first of all, I'm going to tell you the emboss option. emboss effect in distorts. Fine, so you can just have a look and you can understand means how good it is visible. So you can make changes here in these options. You can see the preview how it is making change. Emboss and engrave, you understand carving on stones. And embossed is just like the Cadbury chocolate, means raised effect. But carving is means you are having the carving effect in depth in ground. So both are reverse of each other basically, so you can apply the effect and you can see what change it has made. And we can even remove the green rectangle in order to see the effect, right? So in this manner all these flowers are due to this, effect has been changed. So if you doesn't like the effect, you can bring it back to the previous shape. Now again, the second effect that we are going to apply, filters, under distort and engrave. Under this also you can work with opacity, which I have told you, and you can apply the effect. And with the help of these tools means you can do the things which are otherwise not feasible by drawing. Everything is not done by drawing the object. This is the mosaic tiles effect, which is very interesting. And you can increase the tile size, tile height, right? And tile spacing also you can bring. Let's say you can want to bring some color between the tiles and apply OK. Can you see here? This particular thing has been created due to this mosaic tiles effect, and you can bring the changes. Earlier it was like this. So this is mosaic effect. So very easy, and inbuilt effects are there. So you can bring some of the other effects out of this menu is like ripple effect. So you can bring the ripple effect. You can decide about the wave styles, angle, these amplitude option. You can see the wavy effect. So in preview also it is visible to you. So whether it is animation or graphic designing, art and science are combined, you can understand. So amplitude, all the features which are basically visible to you in the, these palettes are based upon basic concepts, and these are just, you can say, programmed for you. That's why people are using application softwares. So this effect has been applied, the ripple effect. We will go to filters, distort. Another effect is page cull effect. Page cull effect is also very interesting. So we are having four options. Upper left, check it out. So it has applied this upper left effect, right? Just like somebody has folded the cover or the upper page. And another effect in this page cull is you can change the option. Rather than this, let us say I am interested in lower left curl. So it will apply the lower left because two effects are combined. That's why it is showing you like this. So what you can do, you can remove first, right? So you can remove the effect first and then you can apply. Go to again filters, distort, and this page curl effect. So there are total four options and you can check it out. This is the page curl effect. I'm removing this. Anytime you can remove this by removing the layer. Every effect is added by introducing a new layer, and effect, if that is not looking good, you can always remove. Fine. So in this manner you can remove the effect. So okay, participants, so in filters we are having few other options also. uh, so for this we will open a new file. You can also open a image as a layer. So I'm going to make use of another file. Let us say this one. So we are going to make use of some filter effects out of another interesting one, that is artistic, right? Under this, the first one is cubism. So it is just like the tile effect which we have covered earlier. So how these cubes are visible right now, I'm seeing it at 18.2%. Make it 100%, and you can see how it has transformed the colors of the image to the tiles. So when you will increase the view percentage, then you will be able to understand. This is at 25%. Artistic. Another one is glass tile effect. So just look at it if you will see. So glassy effect will be applied with the help of filter. So you need to understand first of all which effect is required and what it can bring to you as an graphic artist. So oilify effect is there. Another is photocopy effect. It is also good. Photocopy of this image will be created photocopy effect. Filters, artistic, and another one is weave effect. Just like somebody has weaved this particular image. So it will take some time. So for doing any kind of graphic designing and editing, you need to have a very good system. If graphic card is there, then it will be good. So this is the weave effect. Just like strings, we have weaved together of different colors in order to make this image. So the effects which are not easy to draw, you cannot draw an image like this, but with the help of filters you can bring this kind of stuff. And another one is decor. There are lot many, you can try at your own level, but I am going to cover the one which is interesting one. So you can add a border also to this image. Border of the color of the border, you can pick which color border you want to pick, right? Let us say this color. And you can choose the border width. Let us say this one I have set. Click on OK. So around the image it will draw a border, and you can have a view at 100%. So around the image there is a border. Can you see this golden border? This is drawn with the help of. Otherwise, another way is also there. You can apply a stroke to the image, right? You can draw a rectangle and you can apply a stroke. So further, we can go to filters, decor, and fuzzy border is there. You can try. So I hope till now you are able to understand how graphic editing can be done and what kind of features are there which helps you out. So there can be other possibilities also. You can create a clone of this image. You can do healing. If some portion is distorted, you can heal the particular portion. And you can also transform in different ways. You can also crop the object. So these kind of things can be done quite easily with this software. If you want to write some text on this, then also you can write the same by using the foreground color. So it's there, and you can just move this text to the portion where it is visible. So in order to move the object, you will have to first of all select the layer, right? So you can always edit the text which you have written by selecting the layer, and then you can bring the changes. So this is all about GIMP, which we have tried to understand in this first half of this session. And now we are going to uh, so I'm seeing one message. Is it only for images? Graphic designing, this one is particularly for raster images. Basically, we are trying to edit the images which are captured digitally, or from scratch. Let's say you want to create a collage or some kind of composition or artwork, that you can do by using such kind of tools. I hope I am understood to you. The last message which I am seeing in the chat box, like Photoshop also is for raster images, image made up of pixels, and another is vector images, where you can work around with shapes. Like Adobe Illustrator is one of the tools which works with vector images. This one works with raster images. So now we will cover another tool. So we will quickly move on to Canva and how it is providing you with all this stuff. So now you will be easily going to understand that how we can make use of Canva as well. So dear participants, first of all, you need to open the website for this software, canva.com. Right, I'm currently working on Canva, and you can just open in on new page also. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. This is the home page of Canva. So you will be able to see the homepage of Canva software, canva.com. It is also very interesting, as I have already worked with several other software. So I found it very easy and user friendly to understand, because my basic concepts was quite clear. So that's why the first portion that we have taken up is game to understand the concepts basically. Now it is providing you with lot of options, as you can see here. When we think in terms of graphic designing, editing is somewhat different, but designing is different. So when we are going to design something, we need to decide about the layout, the various elements of your graphics, and these particular things can result as an end product. It can be a kind of, you can say, poster, it can be a flyer, it can be some kind of brochure, or it can be simply an image which you have edited, or you may be going to add these graphics in your presentation, or you may be looking forward. For nowadays, people are just designing the invitations, birthday invitations, wedding invitations, some kind of religious activity related invitation card, and that too in digital format, right? So you can always go for creating a video also with the help of this. So Canva extends the opportunity for you to do all this kind of stuff. So let me show you. I have designed a small logo, and for that I have used one more small tool. So I hope the screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am. It's visual.
Okay. Can you see here on the screen? So from this current slide, I just thought of that. Let me create a logo with my name. I want to open, let's say, some website or some work I want to do related to motivational. video or lectures. So for that I want to have some logo. So the interesting part over here is now generative AI has made your task so easy. Without that, earlier we used to think first of all the concept, the before I design something, I need to visualize what I want to have as an end product. I need to work on every minute thing of that. What should be the color, what should be the font, what should be the idea that I want to incorporate, right? What is the theme needed, and what for what purpose I want to create an logo and all. So you will be happier to know that within few minutes this particular task has been done. And what kind of softwares are required, let me list down. So first of all, what I have done for creating this logo, first of all I utilized chat gpt, right? Now you may ask, ma'am, why this chat gpt here needed for doing this particular logo designing part. So the concept of the idea formulation I have done through Chat GPT. Fine. You can create your prompt. I hope all of you understand prompt and prompt engineering. You might have gone through this topic in this FDP also. Now, every generative AI tool is working around with prompt engineering. How good you are in writing your prompt, whether it is for 2D graphic designing or for creating some kind of video or music, any kind of thing that you are thinking of creating through generative AI tools is feasible with the help of a good prompt. And using Chat GPT, you can see in the next slide, this is the whole description that I have first of all, means created through Chat GPT. I kept on refining my prompt, and then I was able to build up this information for creating the logo, right? And this paragraph I copied from Chat GPT. And the next part now is, after doing this, now I need to have some tool for designing my logo on the basis of this prompt. For this, I'm making use of ideogram.ai. This is the tool which I have used, ideogram.ai. So you can check it out. I have opened it on my browser as well. So on Chat GPT, you can create your prompt, and you can see here, you can try it if you are working on desktop parallelly. So, or laptop, you can just open this and you can try it out. Fine. You can write out, create a logo for law firm, right? You can give some name also. Let's say Rahul is the name. So it may show you some logo, right? Only with this prompt. Then you may ask for, let's say, guide me for detailed description of above logo. It will take some time when you're working around with this kind of prompt engineering. And Chat gpt, you normally we utilize for text generation, but when you're working around with some kind of image generation, so it will take some time. And you can wait for some time, and you can see somehow it will do something for you. So it will create a logo, and if you don't like, then you can keep on refining your prompt for this. So in the meantime, let me show you the next step for this. So there is a website, ideogram.ai. You can open this particular website. It is taking a lot of time. Or if the same, let's say, the prompt that we have generated, that also we can try again, so that you can at least see. This time what we'll do, we will change the name. This we can do. So let us say here I have written Shano, or I have Let's say change here to Rahul, which we were trying to do. So at every place it will change in this, or we keep it like this. So this is the, let's say, chat GPT generated the detailed description, and then you open up the software which is required. This one can be used for creating your logos and some other artworks. So in this description portion, we will just copy. So the only hurdle here is, once you, if you have tried once, then it may ask you for subscription and everything. So if you people want to try, you can just open up this and you can do. Yesterday it was not asking. So there is always a limited, any one of you from the participants, you can try. So you simply need to, type a description here. And here is the button. After typing the description, you can click on the generate button. So once when it will generate a logo for you, can you see here, dear participants? So as in that case, the particular description was quite, elaborative. So that's why you might have seen there were lot many other elements were added to this logo. So let us say this logo has been created and you want to download this. So you can simply click on this download PNG or JPG. If you want to save, you can save from here. So after doing this, so what I got, first part is prompt engineering. Copy that to ideogram and click on generate. This logo has been generated. I have downloaded this particular logo, but I was not satisfied with the background of this particular logo. So the next part is, you can make use of another tool for removal of the background. Remember, in tools like Canva, this particular feature is in paid one, right? Paid subscription mode Canva software. In free version it is not available. So what you need to do, you need to upload an image. You can upload any of the image. Just for the sake of background removal, I'm going to tell you, let's say this is the image which you want to use. I might have copied here the logo also. This is the logo. Fine. So this is the magic of generative AI things. If I'm working on some other software, I need to make use of set of tools. I need to select the things. I may need to remove some portion. Then this kind of effect will be done. So this is the background removal. Now it's my job to replace the transparent pixels with any other background. This is the next part which I have done in order to remove this background which is not liked by me. Then what I did, I brought it to the another, tool or the software, and I have just brought this background change, right? And finally, if you are satisfied, you can make use of this logo which I have just finalized in Canva software finally, and I used it here. Okay, participants, did you got the steps how using the generative AI tools and AI tools a logo can be created? So you need to be good enough in your prompt engineering. Create a good prompt, and rest of the things will be done by the tools. Now let us come back to Canva, and there are a lot many features in Canva software itself which you can utilize. So I have shown you the logo one. Now next one is, let's say I'm interested in designing some brochure or pamphlet or poster, right? So this one we are going to do. You can just click on these three dots and you can find out what all are available. So you can create your design for all these things which are visible here, right? You can design poster, card, certificate, business card, visiting card, book cover, magazine cover, banners. So these are all the different forms of the graphics that you look forward for and you can design, right? Even on the left hand side also you will get all this. You can click on this cross. So when you're having all this stuff, you can also work with the templates which are available, and these are the templates. So let us say I was having in my mind, can you see here, key highlights template. I have designed one which was, I might have closed it. So okay, so the first task that we are going to do is to decide about the theme. So let us say we are interested in designing a poster, fine. And out of this, these are the pre-built templates. So you can pick any one of these, right? So what you need to look here is a crown is visible to you. I hope all of you are able to see this crown. Suppose if this is the one which I liked, but it is having this crowns icon, it means it is not freely available. You need to buy Canva in order to make use of this feature. So what we need to do here is now look for the one which is not having this crown symbol. Let us say this one, it is free. So print with Canva, what size? A3, A2, A1. Fine. So currently A3 is selected because I am interested in creating a poster out of this. So customize this template. Now you are ready to work with this template. Fine. You can also more than one pages by clicking on add page. And on this, now we are ready to look for the different elements. So dear participants, after opening any particular template for customization, click on elements, right? So these are the various elements which we are having. Can you see here this scroll bar? You can increase or decrease so that you can easily edit the things. I have made it to 40% now. So suppose rather than using this artificial intelligence, I want to write here data science. And you can increase. And the second one is data science and machine learning. You can drag and click outside anywhere. Data science and machine learning. So you can see here that data science is not completely visible. This another element is coming in front of this. So you can move this element to some other place, or you can reduce its size. So all these things can be customized so that my title should be clearly visible, right? You can make use of arrow keys also in order to move a small shift, or with the help of shift and arrow, you can quickly move this graphic element to some different portions of your canvas. So now I have changed the title, data science and machine learning, or this also you can, let's say, online FDP on, right? And you can increase the size of this online FDP, and you can increase this text box size in which it is added. You can drag it upwards, online FDP on data science and machine learning. And then let us say you want to add some speaker who is going to take the sessions. So under the elements, there is one interesting thing, that is frames. You can write here frames, as it is a professional course. So either you can simply click, it will be shown over here, right? I will bring it to this. I can reduce the size of the frame. I can bring into the, means let's say bottom right corner, let's say any of the element which is visible you can remove right on this template. So now next part is go to uploads. Can you see here, this photograph is there? I will click on this. Now this image is visible. I will bring it over this frame. So dear participants, this photograph will be put inside this frame. Now just, this photograph is not clearly visible. So you can also make use of some options like positioning, and you can change the same. You can increase or decrease this size as well. After doing this, you can press enter or click outside. And you can also add some other elements, like this logo is there, knitter logo is there. If you want to put this logo, so you can just bring it in the uploads. You can upload the image and you can just put this particular logo at the top, and you can reduce its size. So this is also going to be one of the element, means if you are interested in doing quickly everything, then templates are there. But if you want to design your own template, or from scratch you want to go for this, then you need to bring this create design and new, right? You will have to do it from the very scratch. But mostly people prefer that they can go around with these templates and they can modify the elements, all the elements which you can see here, like this element. If you want to edit, you can edit this particular text, you can select, you can move here and there, all the things you can do. So there is a text element over here, and you can add a text box. New thing also you can add, right? So this text box is visible, and color of the font you can pick. And these are some different styles also which are visible for adding font also. Are you getting me? If you will click on any one of this, it will allow you to add to this. Let's say this one. So any of the font style, if you want to add, you can add by adding that particular style which are visible over here. Because the background of this particular template is very clumsy, lot of elements are there. So in case if these all are not needed, you can remove any one of them, right? This, so this particular template is designed by adding various elements together, and then this final outcome is visible. So the one which is not needed, you can remove. You can keep the basic background, and rest of the things you can improve. So this is the text box which we have added over here, and you can just bring the text box and you can write. And in addition to the text modification, we can do lot many other things also which are needed. Suppose in uploads we are having different images, any one of this, like this image. This is the image which we are having over here. And instead of adding this, what you can do, you can go to the home page of this Canva software, and this particular portion, after designing, what you can do, you can either print or you can share also. Fine. So you can download the same. You can limit the file size, you can compress the quality, you can bring the transparent background, and you can do all these preferences before, and the type of the image is png which is suggested, and then you click on download. So this pamphlet or this poster which you have designed, it will be just downloaded for your usage further. Can we see here, it is downloaded as .png. Fine. So now we will move on to some other things. So we have done this with the help of a very basic. In case if you are not having as such requirement for this, then you can bring a black canvas, and on that you can keep on designing whatsoever you want to have elements. Let's say I'm typing here graphics. So these are some of the pre-built graphics. Just click on it, it will be added to your canvas. Are you getting me? I have brought it from the already available. So remember one thing, after adding few things from here, let's say you can scroll, and then I want to add a photograph. Out of photograph, let's say I want, if none of the photograph is of your choice, then you can also upload the photograph. Here is the option upload files. Any one of these files you can bring over here. This file has been uploaded to your canvas environment. I'm clicking on this and I'm bringing it here. Little bit shift I'm doing. Now two elements are added, right? These two elements are available in canvas. Now the thing to understand over here is, when you are having more than one elements, then you need to just decide how you want to arrange your all elements, right? All of the graphic elements or photos or any kind of templates, there is only one restriction over here, is that in case if it is showing you crown symbol or icon, it means it is not freely available. So if you want to add more page, you can add a new page and you can start working around here, right? Like say I want to write something, and for that I want to have a background bar element. This has taken it as otherwise, but otherwise we are looking for, let's say, rectangle you can write, or in graphics you can write. So a rectangular box like thing, let's say you want to add. Are you able to see? You're designing a brochure, and you can bring it like this. So this is the interesting point. This is position, right? Position is just like GIMP. In this particular page, if I want to see the position of the layers, this is position. Can you see here layers? Now you understand very well what are layers. So what I want to do, I want to bring this leaf above, leaf image, and this bird is visible below the. So you can always stack as per your requirement. You can do shifting of layers one above the top of another one. Fine. So when you will click on this, you can go to this position. Suppose if I click on BG remover, this option is there, but I told you that it is available in Canva Pro or Canva Business, and I'm working on free one. So you cannot apply this background removal. For background removal, you can make use of another generative AI tools, right? There is option of edit. So just like GIMP software, if you want to edit any image, right? And for that purpose, we are having on position. I will look for this bird layer, and I will click on edit option. So see here, these are the different filters: fresco, belvedere, arrow. So it is bringing change to this particular image. If you are not able to see the effect, you can increase definitely the size of the image by scrolling your horizontal scroll bar. These are the pre-built styles which are available, right? The changes are highlighted. Color, these are the photo colors. See how easy it is. So these are the different color options. You can flip the object. Are you getting me? If I will do the same thing in GIMP software or Photoshop, first of all I need to select this complete layer, and if I want to flip, are you getting me? Currently the bird with background is getting flipped, but if you only want to flip the bird rather than the background, so you need to select the bird first. See, so you can do flipping. This is the stroke style. You can bring the stroke just like border we have done, and you can select the color. Any of the colors you can use. Fine. So these are the solid colors. Colors from the photograph are there. You can apply. So after that you can press outside this, so that you can apply the things. When you're clicking on the image, then only above options will be visible. So in this manner you can do bit of photo editing part also if needed. Fine. So these are all the some of the effects that are available over here. Orientation, scale, vertical, color options available. Now let us see few more things. So in this manner you can keep on extending your this, you're right, the Canva features you can keep on editing. And we can now go back to the home page, right? Click on home on the left hand side panel. So we can even go for creating a presentation by using Canva. Many people nowadays are using Canva for so first of all what you need to design a PPT on introduction to, let's say, Python. So when we are doing something through generative AI, it will take some time to bring the things. I hope you are able to see. Fine. Participants. So this is our PPT, and these are the different slides which has been added to this. So you can choose any other template also which they are providing you. This is a new template which has been created for the slide basically, right? If you want to have some already available templates, that also you can prefer for applying to your presentation. So in this template that they have created now, you can just click on these different graphic elements and you can change this text and so on. So we will again go back to previous home page. So we have seen how it will help you out in creating a template for your presentation also. So these are the different templates provided to you which you can work around and create. This is also one which we have created in this just by modifying the earlier template. And we are having this present feature also. So after designing your presentation in Canva, if you want to means present your PPT through here, so you can do. Are you getting me? So you can do presentation part also from here. And again, if you are not interested in presenting from here, and suppose it has created due to the free version only 7 to 10 slides, so you want to modify or add further, so what you can do, you can simply save it by clicking on download. It allows you to do saving in PDF. You can also do compressed PDF. So you can save your presentation, and accordingly you can work around in some other software, right? These are P- different formats, means you can save it in PDF also, PPT also, PPTX. So it will save your this presentation. It is showing some error, otherwise you can simply just open the downloaded thing in your PowerPoint simple, and you can add more slides. So this is also one of the limitation or constraint, you can say, where we are limited by the features which are available only the up to the free extent. And If it is a PowerPoint slide, only 7 to 10 slide. If it is a quiz generation, again we are limited by the number of questions generated, and so on. So you can also add these kind of mock-ups to your design. So if you are having a design, any of the design that you are selecting, let's say this one, size you can reduce. So there is one more tool which is Adobe QR generator, right? So you can always bring all those things. Let's say we are having, let me check it out whether we have some code generated earlier. This is the code we have generated. Any of the elements you can bring to your Canva by simply dragging to this. Are you getting me? I have dragged it and brought it here to my, let's say it's a online FDP poster or presentation. So we have created this QR code basically in Adobe Express. So simply open this website, Adobe QR generator, and there are lot many other also QR code generators. So you can let us say on our website, usually we launch our FDPs, and this is the FDP portal, and this link I want to provide to the participants for some course that you can register yourself by opening this particular link. So you can type this link as well as you can provide a QR code also. So copy this particular link, come to Adobe QR code generator, copy this link here, and then download your QR code, right? It will generate a QR code and then you can generate. As I have already downloaded the same, I have shown you the picture for the same, and in my Canva software, I can just bring that particular logo. So again, go back to fine. So this is a QR code. Now you can introduce to this particular. Now one more thing is there, mockup. This is a, let's say I want to make it little bit more interesting rather than just showing the QR code over here. So this is the mockup and this is the logo. You bring it above this particular mockup and it will be fit inside this particular mockup which is visible to you. Just a minute. There are certain other mockups also which you can try, like this t-shirt. Can you see here? A person is standing wearing a t-shirt. So you can make use of different mockups and you can just you can reduce its size first. So you can go to position, you can go to layers, and you can check the placement. In case if some element is not visible to you, you can bring it at the top of that, the element which is needed. These are the different options which you can apply on this. You can bring it to center or near the portion. So just like frame it works, so you can, so in addition to all these options which we have just done over here, you can do lot more with Canva, and you can try out once you get time with all this. So you can move on to some other things also, like as I told you, you can design for invitation card, or any other kind of flyer or brochure in detail you can think of designing. You can also go for infographics designing with the help of this. You can also add charts into this. These are the different kind of charts, line graph or so, and you can bring it to your presentation or the brochure which you want to make. So these things can be added, the elements, it means it is having the full capability where we can think of means incorporating the different elements, as I told you. So you can see here the different formats which I have shown you. You can click on more, and you can try out some other things also. You can also design your business visiting cards with the help of this. So it also works around, just the size is customized. Like if it is a visiting card and if I'm working it with GIMP, I may need to decide several things, means how to work around with that size, background, various other elements. But in Canva, you are having different means options available, which helps you out to work around quite easily. Can you see here? These are the different means visiting card templates. Let's say this one is okay for you. This one, just open it out, customize this template. If it is freely available, you can customize this particular template, and you can just start working. Now basics are clear to you. Now it's not a tough job, but in softwares like Photoshop, game, everything we need to work around from scratch, right? Every element you just select, set. So now it is your own choice whether you want to work on your own from scratch, or you feel comfortable in working with these templates, right? You can press enter. This is the graphics which has been added. If you don't like, you can go to elements, graphics, any of the graphics you can add, right, which are provided to you here. You can write here graphic element. So different kind of designs are already provided to you. You can add from here or from uploads, as we have you know added few pictures, like we are already having a logo of our institute. So we can just, the name is changing, but basically it's an artwork, right? So whether it is a visiting card or a brochure or a pamphlet, all this stuff you can add. So dear participants, I have covered mostly all that I have thought of. So there are lot many softwares that you can keep on working around. So even you can also work with Chat GPT and Chat PDF. Have you heard of Chat PDF for creating the summary of your research work? And that tool can also be utilized for creating some of the graphics out of that. If you are already having a research paper PDF, you can bring it or upload to Chat PDF, and then through prompt engineering you can extract all the components of that particular graphics, and then using any of the other tools like mermaid.live or sequencediagram.org, you can create that particular figure in a new way. And mostly all the things that we are doing through generative AI are plague free, and you will have to work around with that particular graphics. You can modify it if you feel that is not up to the mark. So I cannot say that if I know a tool and that is sufficient for me, because let us say I'm having the capability to work even from scratch in softwares like Photoshop, GIMP. So I can utilize these particular softwares, and then I can bring into the shape which is best suitable for me by customizing it. So in this manner, one tool is not sufficient. You may need to bring two or three tools together to complete your job. So we are left with 6 minutes. In case if people have any query, you can please unmute yourself and ask, or you can write in the chat window. Sir, Canva AI. As I told you, the limitation part of these all softwares which are freely available on cloud platform, they are restricting you to some features. Like I was not having the direct access to background removal. So for that specific task, I have brought my image of the logo to another platform which is specifically meant for background removal, and then after downloading that I worked with that particular logo. Fine. So you will have to please check it out specifically in that particular tool whether that option is available or not. I have checked yesterday, for an individual Canva is 4,000 per year. So the subscription amount is not so high. You can, if you are really interested in learning and you are having a job at your end which is quite frequent, you need to do, so you can also invest in buying your individual license for Canva, which allows you to use all the crown marked icon elements directly. Otherwise you cannot access to those. Yeah, any other query? For GIMP, I am having my MOOCs also. You can find out different videos on GIMP. Um, so I feel means quite comfortable in working on that also when you see around things happening from scratch. So even you can customize to the extent you want. But in softwares which are freely available, the things are getting done quickly. Fine. Suppose if I want to remove a background in GIMP, I may take an hour to make it to the finishing end. But those softwares which are generative AI based or AI based tools, they repetitively, iteratively apply the algorithm, and they bring the finishing to the extent you are specifying in your prompt basically. Fine. Suppose if I ask to remove the background with a particular color pixel, so I need to refine the prompt. So engineering is basically done first at priority basis in the prompt writing. If your prompt is somehow something different, you may get an end result different. So There is a whole lot to do, lot many things are there at your end, but definitely with this information you can start working with some sort of small pamphlets, brochures. Like in my institute, we people are having frequent requirement of advertising the programs, FDP, short term training programs, masters programs. So it's a good tool. You can utilize at least from beginning. You can start with the pre-built templates and modify as per your requirement. Yes, Harshit, you can check for if there is any other query. Otherwise, from my end, we can wind up the session.
Okay. So participant can ask any question if they want. No question. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am,
Thank you very much, dear
for this
participants.
insight.
It was a nice opportunity, in fact, for me to interact with you people on this platform. And definitely in future as well, you people can interact. I have given my email ID, which is official email ID shanu at the rate nitrpltschd.ac.in. We people conduct different kind of courses as well related to this. I'm having my full moocs on this graphic designing and animation, right? Graphics and animation development on swam portal available, launched 13 times and quite successful. So those who are really into this particular domain, they can learn from there also. Thank you very much for your patient listening and for being present here for long 2 hours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. So now with this, we conclude today's session. I would like to thank all the participants for their active involvement. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.